dedicated to southern and eastern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. The winter cold is back, and now all eyes are on a weekend system that could bring rain, snow, or both. Chief Meteorologist Andrew Dockery is tracking that. Andrew?
Yeah, Steve, you said it best. We continue to watch this system, and it's different from what we've seen previously this winter. Now, the cold air already going to be in place, and that starts right now. Notice that cold air, pinpoint Doppler, providing a few flurries to the northeast and to the north, and this is all setting up ahead of that weekend system. Cold northwest winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Going to make the temperatures quite cold tonight. And once we get some cold nights and cold days in here, remember, ground temperatures continue to drop. The air temperatures will be there as well. And our feel-like temperatures tonight will quickly drop into the teens. It's 23 is what it feels like in many spots in Jackson, Richmond, and Hazard. So the cold air will be in place, and at times we know the air temperature will be cold enough for snow. We'll be sunny through your Friday, but as this system works in early Saturday morning, we're going to start to see some snow chances really crank up. The question is, when does that transition to rain occur, and how far north does that transition work? If it goes too far north, most of eastern Kentucky, any snow they got will melt away, and we'll look at another chance on the backside of this system. But it's all going to be dependent on that low pressure track. If it goes more south, Steve, the transition to rain more minimal, and that means more snowfall for us. We'll have our latest thoughts and everything you can expect, break it down hour by hour, coming up in a few short minutes.
All right, one to watch closely, Andrew. Thank you very much. In Laurel County, a jury finds a man not guilty in the death of his twin brother. Antonio Johnson, seen here, was charged with murdering his brother Anthony. Police say he killed him with a hammer back in 2016. The jury heard testimony Monday. They delivered a not guilty verdict yesterday. A new prosecutor will be assigned to a Whitley County double murder case. Paul Parsons was charged with the capital murders of Denver Nicely and Joshua Wernicke back in 2017. Parsons was in a Whitley County courtroom Monday afternoon for a pretrial conference. The previous attorney, Ronnie Bowling, recused himself. Bowling said it was because he had previously met with a member of Parsons' family when he was a defense attorney. Another hearing is set for the 15th. Deputies in Pulaski County are investigating after someone was shot during a burglary. The person shot was flown to UK hospital. Victor Puente is tracking the case and tells us if anyone is facing charges.
Deputies tell me there had been several burglaries in the area where that shooting took place, but they aren't sure if this case is connected to those. They were called out to Rocky Point around 5 a.m. Tuesday morning. They say a homeowner confronted a burglar. During that confrontation, shot him. They've identified the man who was shot as 38-year-old William Auxier. A neighbor told me they saw the helicopter that carried him to UK's Chandler Hospital. Deputies tell me he is still there receiving treatment. That area is about 10 miles away from downtown Somerset. Detectives aren't releasing a lot of information about what they believe happened before the shooting, but did tell me it happened outside of the home. This is still pretty early in that investigation. Deputies tell me they don't know if there will be any charges. They say that'll depend on the evidence. In Pulaski County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Right now, as Victor said, we know William Auxier is still receiving treatment. We do not have a late update on his condition. New security measures were announced for the Kentucky Capitol building as the General Assembly session got underway this week. Governor Matt Bevin says the new rules are intended to keep people safe, especially after large rallies in the Capitol last year as lawmakers debated pension reform. But some say the move will limit the public's access to confront lawmakers and make their voices heard.
The Capitol building don't belong to this governor. It don't belong to me or any individual. This Capitol building is the people's house, and they ought to have the access they need.
We will continue to track how the new regulations limit access to the public as the session progresses. A busy day on Capitol Hill for President Trump. He spent much of the 19th day of the government shutdown trying to gain support for funding the border wall. Furloughed government workers joined Democrats on the Hill to call for an end to the shutdown. When asked if he would declare a national emergency, the president said that option is still not off the table. Ahead at 6, a look at how the shutdown is impacting people here in the mountains. Twin Rocks Bible Camp in Perry County is facing some financial trouble, which could cause a delay in opening for the summer. Volunteers say safety issues must be resolved first, but says the community can help. WYMT's Taylor Upchurch explains.
Campers filled Twin Rocks Bible Camp in 2018.
We operate completely on gifts. The children that come here don't have to have money.
Since then, replenishing the funds is difficult, but new safety issues have come to light.
This vent has to be replaced.
The camp's kitchen fire suppression system is now outdated.
You could pay somebody $150 to come in, he'd walk in and say, sorry, I can't punch that ticket, you know.
The camp is required to change the current powdered-based system to a liquid-based system.
If there was a fire and the sensors would begin, then it would suppress the fire right here.
Which could cost nearly $4,000.
And it's not an optional upgrade, it has to be done.
The camp is also required to have the challenge course inspected. But Michael Barnett says prayers are still answered.
And we'll get done, we'll open up on time, and we'll keep right on like we've been doing for 70 years here.
$1,500 and wood chips for the playground equipment was already donated to the ministry. In Perry County, Taylor Upchurch, WYMT Mountain News.
If you're interested in making donations to the camp ministry, you can go to our website, WYMT.com, for more information. A former Clay County judge executive has died. Carl Crawdad Sizemore served for 16 years altogether as judge executive. He also worked for Manchester Municipal Water Works for 18 years and was involved in numerous projects. The visitation will be tomorrow after 6, and the funeral will be at 1 p.m. Friday at the Rominger Funeral Home. Sizemore was 78. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, some state lawmakers in Kentucky want to legalize medical marijuana, but a new study suggests it might put drivers in danger. And in your Money Watch report, we'll tell you about a recall impacting candy made right here in Kentucky.
It was behind this gate in this building where someone took somebody's work truck while he was in the hospital, dismantled it, and took every part for money. Straight ahead, hear about the story of how people found out this happened.
When you see news happening, dial star 57 or text your news tip to 5757. Service is provided by Appalachian Wireless. Better service, bigger savings.
The 2019 WYMT Kentucky Fishing Expo presented by Pittsburgh Marine at the Corbin Arena, January 18th, 19th, and 20th. Lots of vendors, food, and fun. Bring the family and meet Paw Patrol. Go to WYMT.com for more information and to register as a vendor.
You might see it here. Here. Or here. You might see it pretty early on. You can definitely see it here. Oh, that's a good place too. It's something you have to see for yourself. And once you do, you'll see it anywhere you go.
We all worry when our loved ones are on the highway, and we have good reason to. Every year, thousands of people are killed and seriously injured in car and truck wrecks. The attorneys in my law firm have successfully represented thousands of people who've been involved in car and truck wrecks. You need our experience working for you. Helping injured people, it's what we do. Because the lawyer you choose does matter. I'm trial attorney Ray Jones.
This week is $5 Friday. For one incredible day, all Friday long, save big on many of your favorite items, store-wide. Don't miss $5 Friday, only at Food City.
This Friday, save $5 off Pick 5 meat. Final price just $14.99. Made in store fruit or vegetable trays, $5 each. Food Club shredded cheese, $5 each, and more. Only at Food City.
Value every day, Food City. A new year means new opportunities, but this opportunity's about to pass you by. Don't miss Big Sandy's Sell-a-thon final weekend. Get up to 6 years special financing with no money down and up to $1,000 in free furniture. Samsung stainless steel French door refrigerator. Don't pay $14.99